What's up? This is your boy, Mr. Know It All, and I'm here with the lovely Miss Bella, and it's time to get the show started.
Hello. Happy Tuesday, and Petty, that is. Happy Petty Tuesday to everybody that's here today. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to Marcus Honeysucker on YouTube and Mr. Know It All on Facebook. There's the information if you want to extend some love. But again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing. But we're going to talk about these kids, honey. So, why are our kids so different? And how can they be better? Who's raising these kids? And do they have the right ingredients? So, like, are they adding salt and pepper to their ingredients or what you
Mhm.
mean? Like,
These, these
what are you
kids,
pouring into these children these
kids
days?
ain't got no jambalaya up in them. They just got basic Jif cornbread mix. They
Oh, Lord. Not the Jew. No egg, flour, and
don't
stuff.
even know how to bake a. I don't think they know how to bake a child anymore. I don't even think children know their kids no more. That's just how bad it done got. I don't even think kids even know they kids.
Oh, Lord.
You know why?
Let me hear.
Because women don't think they women. A lot of women think they men. They want
They have
100
thoughts.
113 pounds soaking wet and running up the uh, security guard. I seen one on the video the other day. The 400 pound security guard. Doom 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 doom. Cha 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 cha. Okay, my bad. Yeah, but yeah, I think it's just it's a little different, a little sad. We're gonna have to get into it because it's they say the kids are our future, and I don't think we pouring the right things into them. I mean, kids know all the negative stuff, but none of the positive stuff. If you ask the
Pretty
average kid
much.
who is Malcolm X, who is Martin Luther King, that if they say who is Martin Luther King, they just know when the holiday they
The
can get out of
street.
school. That's about it. That's it.
No, they know
Are
the
you talking
street.
about over there where all the killing it? They don't even respect Martin Luther King. They said every Martin Luther King in every state is uh is a bad
It's
area.
pretty much rough in a rough area.
Right.
I've heard that too. And if
Yeah.
you ever go to a city and you go to Martin Luther King, and it's kind of rough.
Yeah.
It's a rough
So
area.
so I just it's kind of hard for me to understand because it's like the people who it's like good people don't want kids, bad people got too many.
Oh my goodness.
You ever thought about it like that?
No, I try not to. I try to
I
look
mean,
on the bright side of it.
what's the price at?
The bright side is that there's a chance. You just can't give up on these children. There are a lot of children that would like to know, but if they don't know, then they just don't know. So there are so many that I feel like they want to know.
Man,
Have you ever been to like a little kids summit or something and you talk to these children what they've experienced? I know one time I went to one, the first thing they asked, how many people know about weed? Everybody hand went up. Have you experienced weed? So the question was experiencing like being involved. There were half of the room went up.
mm,
And the other half, like, do you know somebody that has used the drug? Everybody hand went up. So it's so many people, you don't realize the little things that are comforting or pacifying for you are being a part of these children being exposed, and then they take habit of it too. So we
Yeah,
have to be
I
mindful of our
I
surroundings.
think it's kind of hard to change something now when the grandmas at the picnic rolling up.
I
And
know, right?
I mean, it just look different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
it
I
is.
mean, we say we want our kids to survive, but they have too many obstacles to. Back in the day, we always had obstacles, right?
Mm-hmm.
But being on drugs was an obstacle. Smoking cigarettes was an obstacle. I mean, anything that took money out of you, and I used to call it blowing blowing money up in smoke type um, activities. See,
Mm-hmm.
everything that you use and you just throwing away money, like when you buy a pack of cigarettes, somebody smoking some crack, somebody smoking some weed. I mean, that's just money going up in smoke,
Yeah.
literally. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
literally somebody paid 300 for an ounce and smoke it up in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? And then be wondering why they can't pay their rent. I mean,
Mm.
I mean, a lot of times we don't look at um, the values we passing down to the kids.
Yeah.
You know,
Not too often.
and and I get this. A lot of people are advocate for weed smoking this and that, but um, what really have the advantage of smoking weed helped us in the community? You know what I'm saying? Like it done made us lazy. It done made us, when we was getting up in ranks and climbing up, it done took a lot of us down. Jobs, losing a lot of jobs. I remember even at Nissan and other places, people had real good jobs. Couldn't stop smoking weed to
Mm-hmm.
keep the job. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and 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 I think we like to point the finger, but I don't think nobody ever point the finger back at themselves and say, you know, at least when our parents did it, sometime back in the day, the kids didn't know or the kids had no idea what it was. Because I remember even back in the day when I remember uh, one of my auntie husbands used to smoke, and he used to just call them little cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
So you just really didn't pay attention to him. You just knew he had a little old bitty clip, and he used to always clip these little old bitty things that with a little metal clip, and just and I just looked at it because my mom was a nurse. She always would say, smoking is bad. Whoop de whoop de whoop de whoop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, uh, and I think a lot of us sometimes might have started off wrong and changed the way we did stuff later on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think even our parents might have started off wrong and did stuff that they probably look back on and say, I had fun. I did this, but it's nothing that I want to brag about. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's sometimes it's stuff that you go through, but you don't want to just brag about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I sit back and sometimes I be around my partners and we sit back and we think about um, what we did a long time ago. Um, and I had to look back and I had to say, oof, you know, like I'm a very different dude than I was, back then. At least my thought pattern. I think sometimes we might think we different, but a lion is still a lion, and a elephant is still an elephant. You might still got certain things up in you, but growing up make you able to control stuff a little more. But only thing that I'm looking at for the youngsters that they getting hooked, and it's kids running around him, and it probably always like back in the day it was 2 or 3, 4 in the whole school. That is over there in the corner. Don't
Mm-hmm.
go over there. We all knew this, but then now it's more like it's 2 or 3 that's not doing it, and everybody else doing it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to tell them just stay away from it when everybody is doing it, and that's okay. And everybody house, I'm sure, if you go in the inner city, um, I ain't gonna just put it on the inner city, but I'm sure it's not too many houses that a mama or a grandmama will say, uh, get that shit out my yard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I say go to the backyard, go to the garage, but they don't say get it out there. When I came up, if you did certain things, you had to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It was over with. It wasn't no conversation about it. It was the end of it.
If you did it in front of people, kids, then you can't come back.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I think a lot of things we accept now that we ain't never accept before, and it's bringing this rap culture, prison culture, and all this kind of culture. Because this ain't black culture. This is the result of us in and out of prison. Getting 1,000 tattoos. Watching NBA players that's rich get tattoos. We got to work. A lot of the folks got to work for somebody, and it's kind of hard for somebody to hire you with teardrops under your eyes, and a lot of gang tattoos and all kind of other kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think you know it's kind of different, and I think that these are topics that a lot of people don't want to talk about because a lot of this stuff hit home sometimes. A lot of people don't really want to talk about topics about the children because a lot of us feel like we did our best.
Our due diligence with these kids.
And I think we try to do our best, but I think we can always do better. And sometimes we know better, and we just don't do better.
Don't do that.
So, what you got to say about it?
We on this thing where people say, I'm grown. Like you don't have to abide or coincide with what children feel. It's a lot of people that way.
And then I think when we do that and we look at our children and they end up being like us in a certain kind of way, you know, it's a reason that our children do some of the same things we do. We are the influence over our children, whether we like it or not. I mean, a lot of stuff we shouldn't be doing in front of our kids. A lot of stuff, but like I say, it's unpopular. I knew this is one of them shows gonna be an unpopular show because people sitting back saying, they judging tonight. They telling people this, telling people that. Nah, it ain't judging. It's just we all have to sit back and sit up there and say, why are these kids running lights? Did you teach your child to run a light? Have you ran a light with your child in the car while he looking at you and he laughing? I mean, he might be like, when I get in here, I get out there, I'm gonna run me some lights too.
Right. I'm going straight through it.
Hey, I'm just saying, like the culture now is different. I mean, it's very different and it's scary different because with that happening with the job losses because of this new thing where they're taking people pension away and stuff. So it's a lot of things going down. And I think Black America going. Well, I think America period going get
Suffer
hurt
the consequences of it.
by a lot of things. I think, and this gonna be a pushback. I think a lot of people didn't see what I think a lot of people because of Donald Trump name and this and that, that I don't think a lot of people was actually listening to what he was saying on a lot of things. He was talking about getting it where he was, trying to bring the factories back to America. Um, all the factories did was move from China to Taiwan or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, People don't understand in India, they didn't come back here. They moved there, and they got one in Mexico or something like that. But I mean, we did all that, and while people was fighting to try to get jobs back to America, we blew it up and we said, "Oh, we want to be a part of the one world order, the new the new world order, the
Mm-hmm.
more because every time I listen to Biden and a lot of these politicians that been in here since they was 3 years old in office, you know what I'm saying? I sit up here and I look back and I say, look what they doing to us, and we keep on letting them do it. Like all they did that we set up there and we said we do not want a politician back in office. And you know what they did? All they did to get black women to vote is got a black woman to run for vice presidency. And now we can get the black vote now. And that's all they did. They didn't do nothing else for us. All we know is it was a vice president. We then got a vice president black woman, and we got a president that was a black man. And that's the only thing we can say about having them in office. What did they actually do for their people, period. You know,
Yeah.
and and I just think we're going down a slippery slope sometimes. I think we're gonna get into the show, but I think we slowly going down a slippery slope. And I know shows like this, people don't want to hear about their kids and stuff like that. You know what I'm
It
saying?
may hit home. Some things, you just don't want to talk about.
Right,
But it's the truth. I mean, we are held responsible for the things that our children do.
right,
A lot of times the way the children move, we are responsible for those actions of the children.
right. So how they say, let's get it started today.
I'm
Let's
here for it.
start.
So, like, who raised you? Like, your kids, your children. Who raised the children?
Yeah.
And who raised you as a person to be the parent to the child? Like, what type of skills that were developed upon your part, you know, where
Right.
you'll be deemed the great parent?
Well, I don't think that's the hard part about it. I don't think it's a so-called great parent because I think all parents got their roles, and I think sometimes like we might sit up there and we might say a great parent or something like that, but I think we do our best what we know
Yeah.
because what we call a great parent can ruin a child, can spoil a child and ruin a child, and you can be so-called great parent, but you raised a child that ain't gonna last long out here in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Not these streets we living in these days.
It's a
There were
fact.
just some cases like in the northeast part of Jackson where somebody is riding around with an AR shooting out the window, shooting up a person's car.
Mhm.
Like how do these children get the guns?
Well, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna think back when I used to be around out there in the streets and this and that, and kids get the guns by not necessarily you giving it to them. They get the guns by breaking in cars, breaking in houses. Um, you know, people stealing guns from their mama, daddy, grandma, whatever. Somebody died, left guns here. And then they moving the guns around for $30, $40, $50, $60 on the little kid side. And you know what I'm saying? And you got because see, kids don't have money like that.
Mm-hmm.
So $20, $30, and they got it for free, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's how a lot of guns move around because some of these children, like say, if you had a bad child in your house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that child will steal a gun from you and sell your $400-$500 gun to somebody else for $60
That easy.
because he just want to get it out of his hands so he can say, "I don't know where, I don't know where." Happened." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got a lot of kids that gonna lie and stuff like that, and just gonna play that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's sad, but it's so.
yeah. And that's just how they say the way of the world sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where the cookie crumble.
Yeah, that cookie be crumbling. Yep, yep. Okay. Bam.
So, who taught you how to work? Was a man in your life or a mother?
Because I can't say mothers can teach men how to work, but I think a lot of them teach it because they know they was taught how to work. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people was taught how to work, so they able to teach the next person how to work.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think I think sometimes we get into that type of thing where you feel like you're a workaholic. You know, women might have two, three jobs. I'm working, working, working. But see, sometimes they just tell son, get out there and get some money. Get out there, find your job. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not where they're grooming them to get a skill. See, most men will try to teach men skills that they can live off of from years to come. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you teach a dude even the littlest things, how to mow grass properly, because it is a way to mess up yard and it's a way to mow grass properly where people gonna like it when you leave there. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right.
So so somebody who just teach you stuff like that, proper mowing of the yard, proper how they say you know might got them at the construction work cleaning up or helping them on the roof pass stuff materials anything you know what I'm saying a child
Mm-hmm.
be taught um a work a little bit of work
Ethics. Uh-huh.
because if he's not taught that he gonna think everything kind of come for free.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And you don't want a child that just think everything is easy and come for free. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the problem when you have that type of thing.
I agree.
So, what you think about a man being in a child's life? What
Well,
is it?
I know it is important. I know it's important for a man to be there because a lot of times the man has the greater say so. Children seem to abide better by a man telling them to do it than a woman. You know, the woman they see like, how can I push this? You know, but
Mm.
when a man say, they stop immediately. So it's important. It's like the man does have that greater authority, and people don't understand that. So
And then I think it's equally important for a mother being like, because I feel like they push the other side of the narrative. I think mothers put children in the football practice, karate practice, certain stuff that they feel like that get them around men that'll be better for them. You know what
yeah,
I'm
they can motivate them into being men, especially mothers that are parents of a boy child.
saying? Hmm.
You know, we can say as much as we want that we can raise these boys, but we can't. We don't know all the ropes that they need to know as a man. So that's what it means when it takes a village.
Yeah.
It actually does. It takes a village to raise a child.
Hmm. I agree. I agree. Come on with
So are kids learning from the right people? Are they around the right people?
it. Mm.
A lot of times, no. You think the cookout is just for the family. These kids are here, with this too.
Yeah. And and I think when it comes to that, we have to think about the music we play, the stuff we do around them, and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And kind of have to think about it like this here, like everything bad is kind of good now, and everything good is kind of bad. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's just like a topic like this. Like nobody, everybody's looking and saying, um, yeah, I'm doing the best I can, but you know, um, are we really doing the best I can by our children? Because when I go through a store now, and I never thought about it like I might have thought about it like back in the day. Um, when I watch, the honey buns and the oatmeal cakes, and there's a lot of stuff that you kind of watch, and you be like, like, should we be feeding the children that?
Mhm.
All this sugar. I think about Kool-Aid back in the day, and I think we just didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people didn't know no better, because like even with pork chitlins and stuff like that, and people always say, "Oh man, my great grandma did," and I'm like, you know, our grandmas and stuff also ate a lot of veggies and greens, and corn straight out the field, peas, sweet peas, pick their own peas and all that, and we not getting none of that. You know what I'm saying? um how many people got to realize where your cornfields used to be, it's just cows and, and, and just land. They done knocked all that down. A lot of people don't want to farm no more, don't even want to go through the Bible, you know, because even if they farming, who gonna eat it? People so used to going to the store that they don't even want to eat it.
I agree.
What's up, Rhonda, in his house? Yeah,
Around the gardens and rain. Now, hey Wanda, what's up, chick?
that's what I'm saying. Like, we always think about, how old school rolled, but old school didn't have these many sweets. They didn't have all these Twinkies and all this candy and stuff that we got. Even the drinks, everything is super sweet. Like back in the day, you just had a couple of little different bottles and you mixed it yourself and stuff like that. Now you got a whole sweet drinks of liquor. You just walk in the liquor store, sweetness. Now they got sweet cigars, so you can smoke and feel like it's sweet and stuff and different scents and all. I mean, the world have turned upside down on a lot of stuff. I mean, and it's not healthy. A lot of stuff is not healthy, and that's what we fail to realize. Like back in the day, our grandmas ate corn, healthy stuff every day, and then they had their sweets here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's the opposite. We try to eat sweets all the time, and then we might eat some vegetables once a day, if that. Because, like, I have noticed now, like, you can go by somebody's house, and you see 4 5 pizza boxes. There ain't nobody ate no. The children hungry. I don't want to cook. Let me buy a $5, $10 pizza, and that's for the kids. And what's in pizza? Cheese, pork, grease, bread, and nothing that's valuable. Nothing that's real valuable to our body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it be like that. We got to realize that old school, um, it don't know it. Maybe even if you didn't think they was doing it right, they did it better because they didn't have all this bad influence it is. You know what I'm saying? Like even back then, they danced a lot. They was all kind of small and this and that. They worked hard and this and that. Now we done became
Very active.
now we lazy. We work less. We don't. Everybody got nails and hair and this and that and don't know about it. I was in therapy today. In aqua therapy. In the water. So
Mm-hmm.
I was in the teacher, that was therapy, my nurse. She was like, she was like, just telling me how, she does, all races. She said, because I just thought that black people love the water, better than black people. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, oh, they get their hair done. They don't like the water and stuff like that too. So I was like, wow, I just didn't know that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes you don't know stuff and you just don't even know you don't know it. So I mean, that stuff was crazy to me. I didn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? So do you think people are right around the right people?
Well, I don't think that is that they're around the right people. It may be some people that give bad influences. So that just may be the issue.
Yeah,
You may think family's okay, but sometimes family introduce bad things to your children.
right, right, right. I will agree with that. I will agree with that.
Oh, Uncle Jojo.
Right.
Come on, try this, boy. You're grown. You got muscles. Try this, boy.
I remember when we were young and you'll watch maybe somebody give a child a little beer and say, "Oh, it gonna get the worms up out of you."
Yeah, kill the worms.
Yeah,
Why does a
but,
child have worms? You're
right.
feeding them
But
cold food.
I mean, it's just so much stuff. So I think I think about this stuff. Now I be thinking about my cousins that drink and stuff. Now I be thinking about that boy been drinking since he was 1 years old. Okay. Okay. What about that one?
So, is it a right way or a wrong way to raise a child, or do we even care enough to do it right?
Mm,
I think there's a right and a wrong way, but do people understand it?
mm. Or want to understand it.
Yeah.
Sometimes people don't want to hear.
They feel like my way is it.
Yeah. Um.
they're probably just giving off what their limited experiences come from.
Mm,
My mom did it this way, I'm doing it this way.
right. I agree. I just think I just think sometimes I don't know. I guess it's the culture for me. I just think the culture is so different now, and you know, I think the discipline, a lot of discipline came when there was men in the house, and I feel like when there's not no men in the house, I just feel like it's a little less discipline. You know what I'm saying? The
Mm-hmm.
child will do just a little bit more than he would have did if our daddy was in the house. Because I
Mm-hmm.
remember back in the day, you know, um, oh yeah, and then I wanted to touch on about raising men because we would say we raising them right, but kids tell you when they want to eat. Kids tell you what they want to eat. Kids tell you when they want to go to bed and what school they want to go to and what clothes they want, what haircut they want.
Mm-hmm.
Now these men telling you all that. Then when men get grown that women and raised, then they get mad when a man is controlling, when a woman really been giving him what he wanted all his life.
Mm-hmm.
So why would he stop now? Mm.
Isn't that something?
His Jordans, his this, keeping them clean, keeping his haircut when on schedule. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when he get older and he want to control all these things around him, baby, go get me some food. Baby, cook for me. Well, mama did the same thing. Mama cooked for him. Mama cleaned his room. Mama did this. Mama did that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That man want that same thing when he come out of mama house.
Mm-hmm.
Man, so I think why we think how a lot of people are not getting married is because uh, a lot of relationships ended early, and then the son's coming up being a son husband, and then he gonna cock block for the next 12 years. And then when you get older and stuck in your ways and really don't want to do nothing, and then now he gone. Now he want to run some other woman just like he did you. I'm just saying. Let read it.
Rhonda said it depends on the home too. My family incorporated fruit and vegetables in our meal. Still today, I eat my vegetables. You one in a few.
Too. She said, "Me too. I eat my vegetables." Yeah. What's up, Lawanda, up in his house?
Hi, Lawanda.
Yeah. But I can understand that. But I think even with us, um, you know, like you say, even with us raising our kids, right? I think we did a detriment. I think how we made tea. I used to sit up there and watch people make tea. They used to put a pound of sugar up in there. And I'm making some sweet tea. You just about you can hear them. It's so much sugar in there. You can hear the sugar just whoosh,
Hitting the bottom of the pan,
just
the
hitting the bottom
jug.
of it. Because that's when they used to have on big old. It used to be in everybody's refrigerator. They had that big old jug that you take the top off and you put that big old spoon in and make that either the tea or the Kool-Aid. And I should have known just looking at the Kool-Aid man with that big old Kool-Aid belly and thing. We shouldn't have been drinking all that Kool-Aid.
Hey, hey, hey.
Even that much in the Kool-Aid, and then the icy, when people used to sell them ices, they used to make that with a whole bunch
Icebergs.
of sugar, icebergs, yeah, and stuff like that. And then you got to think about it. The little what's that? The little thing that ran around the neighborhood. That singing. The
Oh, the ice cream truck.
Yeah, the ice cream truck and all them that ran through the around
Neighborhood.
the neighborhood. They used to come down around the neighborhood, ding, 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 and we just bust out of that thing with it, grabbing mama, give me a quarter, give me $1, give me anything. I remember being that kid, just mom, just give me 10 cents, anything, anything. And then you run out there and you trying to chase down this truck.
Ice cream man.
Yeah, and I was just thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't never ate nothing. What's healthy on ice cream? Them push-up pops. I used to love the push-up pops, love the ice cream sandwiches, love anything. You just run to mom and just say, give me something.
Mm-hmm.
Anything. Quarter, 50 cents. Hopefully $1. I rent y'all for $2. You know what I'm saying? You just give me anything. Tell me what I got to do. Tell me what I got to do to get this, so I can get this sugar in my blood. Because that's all it was, a sugar rush. You was sitting up there thinking about everything on that thing had plenty of sugar in it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it all was. Because back then, you know, it was like, oh, you had to eat your vegetables and all kind of stuff before you even get some candy. Now the candy on top of the refrigerator. See, I remember when the cakes and candy on top of the refrigerator, you still could never get no candy or no cake without asking first.
Mm-hmm.
Now the kids, the mama go back and look at the box. The box is empty. It's just up there. They've been knocked it out. You know what I'm saying? They knocked it off that morning. But I'm just saying, and they don't care. I mean, kids don't care when they do it. They'll laugh at you. You be like,
Yeah.
stop it. Because even the cartoons are evil. You can look at the cartoon, you be like, what is they teaching my child? Like all the cartoon characters got bipolar, um, what's name? I mean, just think about it. SpongeBob, all these popular cartoons, they got some evil, Homer Simpson, all these kind of cartoons, they got some underlying other stuff going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even when they go back, and I remember watching a lot of them racist cartoons that, you used to be like, oh, I didn't even see that. Like the
Mm-hmm.
race with the crows singing and and all that type of stuff, dancing and all that stuff with the big noses and the, you know what I'm saying, bald head. You didn't look at it back then how racist a lot of stuff was when you was coming up. But I mean, kids are going through just way worse now because I remember my mama, while I've been riding with my mama ain't one time in my natural life ever played a song that was cussing through it.
Oh, that's good. And you cuss like a sailor. Oh, okay, then that's great.
Ever. I don't cuss like no sailor. Hey, but now, they just rad out with the songs. I mean, the kids and the dancing and singing the song with them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different day. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, I know, right? Uh-oh, she said my children grown and they still have to ask for anything out my house. I could have real bad about that. That's stealing.
Oh Lord.
That is stealing though. What's up, Chelsea? Up in the his house.
Oh,
Happy.
Chelsea, what it do?
Yes, 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 yes. Um, yeah, I just think we got to get kids, you know, some kind of work ethic real young. I remember when my cousin first told me about pushing a little lawnmower, and he bought his children stuff that was tools and stuff that get them prepped up to work. And I don't think we do that no more. We buy our kids guns and water guns and cap guns. Then we wonder when they get old, they want to shoot somebody. Wow. How could you ever imagine that they want to shoot somebody when they've been running around with guns since they was 2 years old? I'm just saying.
Oh,
We look at the Wild Wild West and this and that. I remember the first time when a 7-year-old raised his shirt up on me and showed me a little cap gun. And I was like, why you got that cap gun? He said, I need this for protection. What the world? And that's when I knew. That's when I knew. Oh, the world is finna change for real, for real. When you got little kids running around like that, you know what I'm saying? You know, and you just can't blame it on the kid. You got to blame it on a little bit of the culture, a little bit of the movies they watch and all that, because don't nobody change the station and stuff like that for the kids no more. If somebody watching a movie now and kids come in the front, they just say, "Shut up, be quiet." That's they don't tell them, go back to your room, close your eyes. See, back in the day, we heard close your eyes. Oh, you
hmm
better not be
Don't
watching
look
this.
at this
Oh,
kissing.
you couldn't even have rated R in your room and this and that.
Uh-huh.
And IPs, they do have like it is, mothers that really got that kind of stuff under control, like in their household where they got it where they can't access rated R movies and stuff like that. But the worst part about it is on regular TV now they got this killing and stuff going on. Is not just it's like they can't get away from it.
hmm
But hell, you got CSI and all these old things that doing murders all day and trying to find out who killed this person and who killed that person right there on real TV. So I just think it's a hard press for the young kids coming up now, and I kind of feel for them. I kind of feel kind of bad for them in a way.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Go ahead. Next one.
So we talking about people don't spare the rod, spoil the child anymore. So people don't take time out to discipline their children anymore. Nobody think about like taking like time out, taking something away they love. I know I couldn't go outside and play, things like that. People don't do those things anymore. So we gotta remember we gotta spare the rod, spoil the child.
Beat that child up. Okay, my bad.
Not beat them up. Just discipline real good.
What'd you say? Real good.
Real good. And hard.
That sounds like a beat up.
Hard. How they say beat their butts. Beat their butts.
Thirst.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Thirsty, huh?
Yeah, you gotta quench that thirst. Uh-oh. Read that.
She'll say this sad when you have to protect yourself from some children. I saw a 13-year-old get arrested for robbery in Jackson. Oh wow.
Yep. I saw 11-year-old too.
What about the 12-year-old that was doing the carjacking?
Yeah, it was an 11-year-old doing that too.
Sad, but it's so. We gotta watch out for our kids, see what they're doing.
Well, what it is it done got so rough that I remember it was rough when I first kind of got out here 18, 18, 19, because, crack was in the streets pretty bad. So you did have moms that was on crack and their kids having to hustle out here and take care of mama, la la, what I'm saying? Like street dudes, like, even with a person like 50 Cent that seen himself go, being almost a kingpin or certain, at a 15, 16-year old, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I seen like dudes out here, gangbangers, you know, street hustlers, 15, 14, 13, out here in the streets, trying to hustle, trying to get it. You know what I'm saying? And I done seen a lot of them get hooked on crack and stuff like that too.
And that's what's sad.
Yeah, because if they get caught up with the wrong person, because all it takes is one wrong person to say, hey, hit this.
Mm-hmm.
You can hit a lace blunt, you can hit a crack pipe, these days, fentanyl, whatever, one of these pills, ecstasy or something, and you never know what kind of high you want after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just it breaks my heart. Those babies just need guidance. They should not have these adult responsibilities. Yeah, but like I said, like crack ran through here, and I think that what kind of created some of the jail culture. You know what I'm saying? It's just like this here. You know how when they say stuff that happened on I don't know. Is it Homer Simpson or one of them other things that they say that a lot of these cartoons be telling the future sometimes,
Yeah.
like the president was on, like Donald Trump, they said he was the president,
Mm-hmm.
Homer Simpson, and then all of a sudden he became president,
Yep.
stuff like that, and the Bushes and stuff. It's a lot of stuff that go on in these movies that come fruition later on. And
Yep.
I'll tell you, think about this here. If it's real smart people that can put stuff in place 20 years, 30 years down the line, don't you think they can do the same thing about us? Put it
Yep.
where it's so hard for us to get out of the ghetto, to get out of this, they put stuff in place.
Yep.
It might not seem like it's in place, but it's there. And
Mm-hmm.
it's got to keep you there. And we don't understand it because it's still people caring about Jordans. It's still actual people that like they was waiting in line. I ain't never waited in line to buy no shoe ever. But I mean, to wait in line to buy Jordans or to wait in line for the new this coming out, a new that coming out, or album. I've never waited an album for an album or signing or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Only
Yeah.
time I ever waited in line was to go to the movies. Is it
Why did you have to wait in the line?
concert? Huh?
Why you have to wait in line?
No, you know how the tickets to get the tickets.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just saying. Like I mean, when I see what people care about, sometimes I see why we're in the bad shape I am. I remember I remember just watching a dude interview women and men on the street, and they was asking women like, if your favorite actor, gave you an opportunity to sleep with them or whatever, would you do it? And they was like, yes, right there in front of their man or whatever. Like, oh, if Denzel, such and such, or, like any kind of actor,
famous person.
yeah, 50 Cent or anything. Like, I just feel like if a woman say that right in front of her man, she shouldn't be mad if he leave right then and never come back. Because that's a level of respect even a woman would want.
Right.
You know, like if because see that's basically saying a woman will sit up there and say, I don't believe in cheating, I don't believe in this, but then you got you starstruck of a dude.
Look, that almost sound like you're lusting after the person.
Right. That is. I mean, like when a think about it, when a woman says she got a favorite actor, oh, that's my husband and all that, men don't like to hear that shit. No, I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. I
Okay.
got I know a friend girl that she go around, she be around her boyfriend, and she'll call other dudes, her baby daddy, her her boyfriend, her this and that. And,
Why
and,
he's present?
and I be sitting up here like, but then like, but then I'm gonna tell you this. Then you gotta think about this here. If that happens sometime, don't you think a man could be done checked out where he know this ain't going this far?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He might be still with you, but he done mentally checked out on like the relationship growing. Because like once a man, it's the worst thing in a man world to feel like he being put second,
Mm-hmm.
and that's to anything. Just like a woman will say, you know how that song go, want to be one a woman got to put a woman first. See, a man
Oh,
that sit there and sing a song. Better put that woman first. Women love that song, don't they?
yeah, we love it.
What's his name? What that dude name with the braids? You know,
What's
Jai,
his name?
Jai.
Jaheim. Raheem. Jaheim. Jaheim.
But they say you better put that woman first. What woman say she want to put her man first? When have you ever heard a woman just sit out here and I'm put my man first? They're gonna say I'm put my kids first, put their job first. They'll put in my parents first. They I don't never hear women bragging about putting their man first over everything. You don't hear that. And
What
see,
you mean over
and see,
everything?
no, over everything. Like when people used to get married back now, I used to go to plenty of weddings. You know, it was plenty of weddings back in the day. And they used to say, y'all as one and y'all put each other first in life forever. The kids come second, everything comes second. Y'all is a bond and y'all put y'all first over all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. But in real life these days, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
man is getting a lot of men are getting put second, third, fourth, fifth. I mean, sometimes it's mama, children, the grandma, cousin, great niece. It's all them, and then it come to you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow.
I'm gonna tell you how a lot of men can prove a test. Say, if we was on a boat and you can only say three, four folks, and I want that man to put it say it's three of y'all children if he married to her, three of their children and his wife, and you can only three of us gonna make it. Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one we choose?
Me, my husband, and one of the kids.
Yeah, but guess what? Most women ain't gonna do that one. That shit sound good. That shit sound good. You tried to
Have another baby.
yeah, but you
Have
trying to fool
another
these
baby.
folks. Nah, that is not gonna fly. I ain't never heard that. Did we read that one? Nah, yeah, we did. Yeah, I mean that is not gonna fly. I don't know three women in this world. No, I'm just saying. that would say they gonna choose, especially if they got a good thing with their kids. Like if they ain't mad at their kids or nothing like that. I don't know one. They're gonna be like, husband, my baby's got to get in. You know
They
what I'm
gonna say
saying?
them and their children.
Right. And back in the
Well,
day,
more than likely, the
that,
man probably can fend for himself.
no, back in the day, men used to go for that. Men used to be like, put the women and children in the boat, and I go
Yeah,
down
on
with
the
the boat.
Titanic, that's what they said.
But now some men are looking at their wives and the children, and two of the kids don't even like them. You know what I'm saying? The wife done threaten you with divorce 4 times, and he probably saying, you know what? Um, I'm gonna be the first one to get on this boat. I'm just saying, stuff is getting like that. It is getting kind of raw where people, it's almost a every man for himself mentality sometimes. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying?
It actually is.
Because you listen to women and listen to women talk, and they preaching this type of culture. They preaching this me, me. It's about me. And if you can't take care of me, and if you can't do this, and you can't do that, and it's like it's not becoming if the man happy and the woman happy, it's becoming happy wife, happy life. It ain't happy us, happy life. You know what I'm saying? So whoever come up with some half of these sayings already ruining relationships already.
Oh Lord.
I'm just saying because I listen to old men sometimes, and they kind of talk like this sometimes, and sometimes they seem like they so like lost, like that, like yeah. Ask my wife, like they don't that like they just gave all that little bone, it's called backbone or whatever. What
Mm-hmm.
somebody pulled it out. They pulled it out. I be watching Mortal Kombat, and they say finish him, and then reach in there and pull pull the skull and the spinal cord out, and then the man drop. That's how some of these men look around women these days. Like the woman that actually pulled his whole spine out, and he just trying to survive.
Oh my goodness.
You know, I hate to say it, but it just feel like this sometimes. What you think?
I agree.
Let me get the next better record. We go. Oh, that probably way down. Okay, let's get back. Let me do this. Come on.
So was the old way working or did any of it work? A lot of people don't know the old way.
Yeah, a lot of us do.
What's
And
the old?
I think a lot of people threw away the old way. Like the old way was spankings, whoopings, punishment, um, go out there and play. You know, it was kids really didn't know how to fend for themselves. Like even back in the day, black children were smart. You didn't even have to worry about them children when they went out there and played with each other, getting kidnapped. You'll be like, they'll bring mine back. Am I lying? Am I lying? Back in the day, we used to hear about other races getting kidnapped and this and that. But wasn't nobody ever worried about no black children getting kidnapped because they
Not
were
too
like,
easy.
you'll bring that one back. Because one thing about it, when kids used to go out there and play, they used to play with other kids.
Mm-hmm.
They wasn't just by themselves walking down the street. It was 2, 3, maybe 4, 5 of them walking down the street playing with each other. Now kids are they just fine with playing with themselves. I'm just saying, they don't even need a friend. I mean, once I seen the online, like kids wasn't going over to another kid house no more to play the game. They was virtuing playing it. I'm playing Robbie and 5 other people. And they're like,
In
what?
another state.
Right. I'm like, what? That's what y'all doing? Man, shoot. I used to go in my child, man, I'm telling about if you go up in there and try to talk to them while they playing the game, they will clown. I'll be quiet. I'm not gonna play the game. Oh, you gonna get me killed? Ah! Yeah. Oh, okay. What she say?
So you don't think me and women should compromise men and women? I think that's what she means. You don't think men and women should compromise? Yeah, on
Think
everything.
it's men.
She said men and women. She just asking.
You don't think me and women should
Well,
come?
I think she mean men.
I don't. I think. I think sometimes, if that's what she's saying, I think sometimes um, women get it. I think sometimes, yeah, she said, yeah, man. Um, yeah, I think sometimes men and women get it, and they can go, it can be the yin to the yang and all that old type of stuff. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? But I don't think it's all the time like that.
Oh no,
You know what I'm saying? I think
everything changes.
yeah, but I think it done got so bad. I'm telling you, I listen to and we can tell by the culture of the music and stuff like that. I think with the type of raw music like gangster women music, the gorilla girl, the all these rap
Cultures.
culture women that's coming up saying, "Oh, do this, men ain't this, blah blah blah." And then when I hear women singing it and knowing the whole song,
All the words.
yeah, I just stay away. I just know they dangerous. No, a woman that know all them kind of songs when you really like, it's just like a man too. And I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna call myself out on this. Um, I feel like when a man gets so caught up in them songs, he changed as a person. And I think at one time, like I can still recite plenty of whole songs from 1993, 95. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can recite whole songs without skipping a beat because at that time I was so into it that I felt like that was a part of me. And I think women right now feel like them songs are part of them. We don't need a man. We do it by
Well,
ourselves.
did it kind of develop you?
Yeah, but it can develop you in the wrong way.
Um,
You feel what I'm saying? And then when you get older, and then you wonder why you can't just bond exactly. It's a lot of women becoming single because they can't bond with a man because they done got so set into their ways in a certain fact.
it's
Because
all about them.
you,
Like,
you be hard. Say this. You get 22, 23 single, right?
all right.
You get hard all the way to 31. Now all of a sudden, you 10 years of hardness and ain't caring about nothing, doing your own thing, this and that. And then you think you can just switch up and just be a whole wife now? I'm a good woman. What? You think you can do that? You think you can go from 10, 15 years not giving a flying F to get being a whole good woman overnight? You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of ladies will swear down that they feel like I'm gonna tell you, like back in the day, I remember And and I remember how nice ladies would be and things. I mean, just visiting men, like way back in the 90s and this and that. Women used to come over there to see how messed up. Oh, boy, come on, let me help you clean this thing up. Oh, this and that, blah, 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 blah. We don't have the same kind of women like that now.
Oh wow.
They'll step across that goddamn shit.
Well, when you have company, you're supposed to clean anyway.
Huh?
When you have company, you're supposed to clean for the company anyway.
Yeah.
Just so, do you think the difference in a yin and yang couple will eventually clash?
Okay. When you say a yin and yang, I want you to break that down to me. A yin and yang couple.
I think it's like the opposite attract. You have
Yeah.
some that move this way and that way, but they're both able to coincide to come together to make it all positive.
Now
Like
I think,
you probably wouldn't want nobody that act or do the same things you do. That's a little different.
but see, I'm gonna tell you why them couples usually last the longest. Because think about it. You the yin to the yang, and the yang to the yin. Like, like when I was out in the streets or whatever, I wouldn't want no woman that gonna pull up the gun and shoot at the joker before I'm hold on, baby, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh, you don't want nobody as hard as you.
no, you would want a woman that you protect. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You could teach your woman how to kind of carry herself cause see, protection is knowing how to move sometimes. It's not just by being strong
Reaction.
and being all that. It's like I told my mama one time, I seen how she was parking and stuff like that. I was like, no, mom, you can't be parking on the side of the store and this and that. You need to park right there and direct in front of the store where you got a line of sight to go right into the door. So on both sides, if you was to holler anything, somebody can see you. Yeah, there's not no that somebody can snatch you around the corner, and they be like, "Who? What happened?" You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, don't wait till 10 o'clock and go to the hood store right up the street. 10 p.m. Now you want to go and buy a Snicker bar. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff we do sometimes, don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then we
Well,
wonder,
not to a man that's out there on the street. Like you're experiencing this.
right?
You
I
feel
mean,
like
but a
it's okay.
woman should be
Just
listening.
running up the street, we think it's
Okay,
okay.
let me tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this the best way I can.
Hmm.
Lions hunt deer. Lions hunt a lot of things. Lion hunt anything weak, and they think they can get some food out of it. And that's the same thing when women don't realize when some men are looking at you going to the store, this and that, they looking at prey. They're not looking at you like a woman or this and that. They're looking
Hmm.
at prey. And I'm gonna tell you, the thing that keep men from robbing some women sometimes is looking at that woman and saying, she got 4 different colors in her hair. She got probably about 3, 4 sons that'll kill this whole parking lot if she be late getting back to the house. No, I'm just saying, like, it's men out there that when a woman how she walk, how she act, going to that store, all that gruffness and things. The reason they stay away because they say that woman dangerous. That woman, not specifically that woman, what she can get done to me is dangerous. You
Let
feel
me.
what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna tell you this: a mama that got 2, 3 street dudes out here, she walks around different than a regular woman.
I
Cause
can
she,
see that.
cause she know with one phone call, she got a son that'll come around here and spray up
And
the
do
whole
that Chicago style on somebody.
right, right. You feel what I'm saying? So like and them women move, act, and talk different. Guess what? How they talk? Like Scrappy Mama.
Mama D.
Yeah. It's a bunch of Mama D's around here, and they don't even realize how ghetto. And then think about it. You remember how Scrappy talk about his mom, how he couldn't come to her, he couldn't talk to her, he couldn't talk because she was so hard and she was so like this here. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That man is hurting inside. With all that money he done made and all that now, he's still hurting bad inside of the stuff he done witnessed of him just being around his mama. I don't know if she was selling pussy or she was had hoes selling pussy or something. Yeah, she was doing
Mama D.
yeah.
Mm.
I don't know if she was selling dope or pussy. I know he said something about men in and out of the house. So I know it was something going on at one point that he was, he said she ran a whorehouse or something like that at one time.
Oh
Yeah, that's
wow.
what he said. Look up one of his interviews one time, one of these days. We're gonna have to do a recap on one of them, side by side screen on one of them interviews.
Mm.
Yeah. But
Chelsea,
yeah.
that's why I keep it.
Go ahead.
Chelsea said, that's why I keep a mean mug on my face in certain areas.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, it's for real. Look at it. Look at that. See, Mama D was a pimp for real. See, I mean, was the pimp? Yeah, she was selling pussy and stuff at the house, and when you pimping like that, Mama D had a couple boyfriends or whatever that she probably was getting down with, and you know what I'm saying? Because even back then, when women moved in masculine ways, most of the time they had a certain man somewhere that was still looking over them. You feel what I'm saying? Like, even I remember when I was out in the streets, I remember looking after some masculine women that was out here, rah, and you know what I'm saying? So I know it's always somebody above them. It's the same thing when you see, I put it away. You go to a club, you see some dude, he's short, 5'2", 5'4", this and that, whatever. He got a bad attitude, this and that. Like he ready to fight everybody. And you like, what's wrong? Why he so aggressive? You know why? Because sometimes them little boys got 20 other partners in the club, and they ready to run over to one of their tables and things, start something, and try to shut the whole club down. And that's people don't realize that's why some dudes be so aggressive. Either they got a gun in the car, that they got 100-round clip or something up in there, or
That's the new era.
it's something of that fact that make them feel like King Kong. You know what I'm saying?
That
Yeah,
give them the height that they want.
yeah. Cause guess what? Cause when you watch a man move with a gun in his hand and you watch a man move without a gun in his hand, you can tell what kind of man he is. Some people walk real strong with a gun in their hand, and then they walk real passive with a gun not in their hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I remember a lot of dudes back in the day, like they wasn't nothing. And then if they made it to their gun, you all kind of fuck yous and
Uh-huh.
and
What you gonna do now?
yeah. Now I ain't gonna lie. Shoot, I done got a couple guns pulled on me, and I was trying to make it my gun when I made it my gun. But see, the difference is, the dudes I'm talking about pulling guns. See, they wasn't pulling guns on the dude that had a gun. See, they were going to their car trying to hurry up and get a gun for the man to even come out the club for a fight, jumped off and nothing, so they can show some type of dominance.
Oh, okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Like me, Joe pull out a gun, I just be like, yeah, don't shoot, just let me make it to the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just don't shoot me in the back and then and then make it to the car. Now, what you were saying over there? We look even now. Let's do it. You know, like that's why I used to love the movies. You know, when I used to see the Wild Wild West and
Hmm.
and
They
they
do the countdown.
yeah, when they count backwards and turn around.
Hmm.
They made sure both of them had a gun in their hand. They go walk that way. They turn around, look at each other, and then they do the little stare down for a minute. And it's like,
Hmm.
oh, which one do you want to? Which one you flinching first? And one flinch is on. You know what I'm saying? So I used to like that kind because it always was fair, even when the man was, when he was going against somebody much quicker. See, a lot of them knew they was gonna die. They was scared. They didn't want to pull their gun in. Dude, tell them you better pull it. I'm telling you. I just watch them movie and be like, you better pull it. You're gonna die anyway. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
they let them know from the door. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like men out here and they running out here because they really because the same dudes that's running out here in the streets, if they was locked up in jail with the same dude, looking at the same dude, they wouldn't even point the eye at him.
Hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like if you're gonna be a tough summer gun, you need to be a tough summer gun everywhere,
All the time.
all the time. You know what I'm saying? Not some of the time, but then being tough ain't always trying to be the loudest in the room. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? It's just how you move. See, a lot of people just don't move right.
That's true.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Bad parenting can create negative effects on your child. So when you around here parenting bad and you think you're okay, the bad things that you do, it can trickle down to the children.
I agree. I agree. Give me a couple of examples.
Okay, first of all, who goes clubbing with their child?
Oh, you finna wrinkle some feathers.
Well, fly bird.
um, I
Stop
think,
partying with your children. You always need to have that separation
yeah.
for respect wise. Cause if you party with me, we cool, we friends. Are we associates? Well, we can
What
party
about when they old enough? Like when they get old?
even when they're old enough. Do not party with your children. There's a level of respect to that.
Yeah, cause I feel like I think when they get when women get older and they're cool with their mama or something like that, and I think they get in a level of we cool, we can sit back and talk about say you 30 and your mama 50 and and able to converse and sit back, and I think that's um I don't think it was ever meant to be done like that because it was always meant for a woman to get her man, somebody who's gonna take care of her, whatever, whatever. And I think now what's happening now is women are working like men. Um, now we got these little thing now where pensions ain't getting, so all these women that just felt like they just throwing money away. Like everybody like getting this money and buying cars, buying these 3-car garages and this and that. What happens when you just have to work the rest of your life to support what you got? Like,
And that's
people,
what people are going into now.
yeah,
They are working the rest of their lives when you can probably retire in 10 years, but you have to put another 20 on that to just live the standards that you want to live according to the Joneses.
I think these days a lot of ladies ain't being able to retire like that because what it is, I think a lot of women was depending on these 30-year jobs. This 30-year, we get this career. I work for 30 years, and it's all with. I can quit that, get this pension, and I can go to another job and work. You
But
know,
listen, the pension that's now being developed, if you're not doing a certain percentage of your income to boost your pension, it would be only one little lump sum. You'll get about the amount you paid into it, not if the job matched what you paid into it. So just say, for instance, it was something where you just paid into this pension, right?
right?
So roughly annually, maybe in a year's time, people probably give about only $2,200 to a pensions for savings.
Yeah,
So just think about you're giving $2,200. So if you got that back, would that be enough for you to live for the year? Or just say if you got it early, you're going to be penalized to even get that. Then you have this lump sum of money, but is it enough to pay off the debt you have created throughout the year? The
and the
years of you working.
lump sum gonna get taxed.
It's going to be taxed. That's what I'm saying. So once it's taxed, you get this lump sum of money, but is it enough to take care of the debt you have created over the years?
If they take away pensions, should they just take away these taxes too? Because
Wouldn't that be nice?
I mean, I mean, they ought to just make it where you fend for yourself. I mean, no, I'm just saying because that's what they basically
They
saying.
need some money too. So they got to go ahead and get what you got too. You have a pension that's being taxed. You know, the job, like most jobs, they tell you this comes out before your tax deductions, right? So they tell you that part, but they don't tell you the taxation that will be happening on what you're deciding to save. Or what are the consequences of you even drawing it down if you're not even ready for retirement? Let's say you are, and you get this lump sum of money. Is it enough for the debt that has been created over the years? That's why so many people work past their retirement or they retire to get another job.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you this, and this just me, just keeping it real. I looked at the average age that black men live and die, and I was like, why would I work for the man all these years, and he ain't gonna give me retirement to 67, and the average black man dies at the age 67. You know what I'm saying? People are living their lives like they guaranteed to make it to 75, 80 when they watching their kids die at 45 and 50. You know,
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Like people don't realize how lucky and how blessed you got to be to even make it to your 70s
yeah.
and you know what I'm saying? And for a joker to tell me I'm gonna have 3 years, like I'm gonna get full benefits at 67 and I got 3 years to enjoy. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like I'm trying to do something, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep something going, but I'm trying to, and that's why I kind of envy, stuff that my dad do because at the age of 75, he's still moving and chucking and trying to make stuff, still being active into, working and getting stuff done and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just feel like it's a little different, and I think we ain't gonna notice it till later on down the line.
That's the truth.
They go to the next subject.
Do you reward your children when they are bad? So say your kids doing something they have no business, they're in trouble at school. Do you take the game from them? Do you still allow them to keep their cell phones? Do you still allow them to go on weekends adventures with their friends? What do you do to remind the kid what you're doing is not right? So you can't get these new Jordans because you don't deserve them. You're not doing your work at school, so you don't deserve to be rewarded other than basic things at home.
Me myself, I think we shouldn't even be buying our kids Jordans no more. I just think it's giving a bad what's name because I'm gonna tell you when I think about Jordan, I think about greatness, and I don't think if my child ain't striving to be great, I'm gonna buy him what I think he gonna have on later on. I'm gonna buy him some buddies. I'm gonna say, hey player, this
Buddies,
is what
to
your
make
life
them feel
look.
fine.
Look, this is what your life gonna look like later on because you're not a Jordan type of dude. Jordan put in the work. See, that's what I'm saying. Like Jordan mentality, Kobe mentality. You know what I'm saying? These are super workers. These are super people that was not. Why would I give a lazy ass kid some Jordans?
Mm.
You feel what I'm saying? Like back then, they wanted Jordan because they wanted to be Jordan. They wanted to aspire to be great. But now people want Jordan just for the fashion and this and that. And I don't think that ain't nothing that reason when I came up that people even wanted Jordan. Jordan, people was calling that Jordan because get what? We was on the court talking about and shooting that ball talking about Jordan or Kobe. Or you know what I'm saying? Or you calling out stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I think it was just back in the day people felt different uh, shoes and what you buy and rewarding children. I don't think children, all this participation trophies and this and that. No, everybody's a winner, and these are lies that we are being sold. Everybody is not a winner. You know what I'm saying? Like if you put two people together and then they go and only one can get this job, and one get the job and the other one don't. It's both of them winners. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't understand the kind of stuff we putting in some of our children head. You know, that's cycle. That's kind of messing them up, and then that's why when times get hard, they find themselves, maybe on drugs or out there in the streets because they can't
Running, sad, depressed, all this stuff.
deal with it. I remember you was, yeah, I think you were saying something about the young man that took his life.
Yeah,
You know,
took his life. It shocked me. I wouldn't have never thought that this person would feel this way, that you're this adult in your life with children yourself, teenagers, things like that. Like, what would make a person feel that way? And it just is, it bothers me because it was just a shocker. I wouldn't, you see this person move, you don't see no signs of it. And that's what's so scary.
well,
Just like tragedy happens all the time, like LeBron James' son had a
oh yeah,
cardiac arrest today.
yeah.
Like things like this. I know this man probably a workouter person.
And then they saying that his child might not ever go into the NBA now
Yeah,
because of this. You know,
because of that issue.
yeah.
It
So
started in his college years. He's young and having this issue. They're afraid of that.
right.
So I'm thinking, like, what could have caused him to have cardiac arrest when I'm sure he's eating right, working out, doing the things he needs to do. Maybe he was vaccinated because vaccines
Oh
has.
yeah, they did say something about the vaccine. Taking the vaccine, and then just like Jamie Foxx was just uh
Yeah,
his,
hospitalized with something.
and they were saying he had just took the vaccine. That he ain't never just really just broke everything down and this and that.
Because don't nobody know. Don't nobody know.
Well, I'm sure.
It's like a different dosage of something that's taking place opposed to when the first vaccination started. It's something different people are getting. Like you have to have these type of different immunizations to be in college.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what they did was, at first, so many people was against it and saying, "Oh, I'm not taking it, this and that." So they were letting people test it. They were letting different doctors and everybody test it, and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, this is good. This is," and then they started shooting people up, and then they probably said, "Okay, now everything then quiet down. Now we can just put this vaccination with this out." And see, they might be even putting vaccination out, because they tried to uh, make it where we can't have children in some places anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There it is. Come on with it.
What's wrong with a book instead of some Jordans? We reward failure and especially them gaming systems.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ruby. I agree, and that's why I got myself, out of the gaming system a little bit. I think it made me a little lazy, and no, I'm just saying it didn't make me real lazy because I still, you still
No,
make.
you had to be at home a certain time so you can get your gaming hours in, probably.
No. It didn't work the same as now. See, when I was gaming, we had to go by people's houses. We was in there. I got Knicks and
Oh,
all that. It was them kind of game. Like it was still a camaraderie, and we couldn't be around each other all night. So it was just a couple of, you know what I'm saying? It was like a couple of hours or something. They gambling. We used to gamble on the game and
on the
everything.
games?
Yeah, we played
Okay.
$6 a game, playing Madden and stuff. Yeah. I even used to look. I even used to play the golf. I used to play the Wii game.
Are
Like
they
this.
still in existence?
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I was over somebody's house not too long ago. I was like, "Oh, you got a Wii." Oh, okay, my bad. But yeah, I remember one time I went to, they got little places around here. They like little gaming room places.
Mm-hmm.
Little places, but they don't let everybody know about these places. You know. But they got little gaming places that they got like game where it just got every little game in there. People come over there and this and that. And it got popular for a second till the internet where people could play eat people from all over the
Okay.
country. And that's when I knew everything was gonna change because it was little stuff that was gonna come out, like little gaming rooms where people could be around each other, and this and that, and then next thing you know, it's gone.
Ain't there some?
Yep.
For instance, Call of Duty desensitize our kids' thinking.
Yep. Make them
It's a
want to.
game.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a shoot 'em up, bang bang game, and make them feel like they can shoot a joker and don't feel no remorse. I
Oh
done
yeah.
seen kids play that game, and you can run up to somebody, shoot them in the head, pow, and then they fall, and they just be reloading and going to the next person. And it's a game. It's
No
like
care.
pow. It's like the army train you. You know what I'm saying? It's like the army try to train you be desensitized to. And that's why when we was in the army training, we was training shooting and they actually had live rounds shooting over our heads too.
Oh, okay.
You had to crawl on the ground. But they used to tell you if you stand up, you will die and your family just gonna get $50,000, and just like that.
So what was the purpose of them shooting it over your heads? So you can get comfortable with the noise
This
or what?
did okay, being comfortable at firing back with somebody firing at you. You feel what I'm saying? When somebody shooting at
Okay.
you, they giving you comfortable with bullets coming back at you too.
Returning. Okay. Returning
Right.
fire. Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
because they shooting tracer rounds back at you, so you seeing the bullets, coming back towards you. It just this is intentionally going over your head, and then you shooting
Mm-hmm.
at targets. You know what I'm saying? It's not people that's shooting at you. It's like an automatic gun that's shooting a certain length over your head. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
they do that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Lou said we training for war. I believe it.
Right. So people don't understand that now our kids are being trained for war right here in the streets. That I mean that they these same guns that they get being able to walk through and buy and earn stars to buy bigger guns, buy different kind of guns, this and that. That's how they learning how what kind of gun they want at the store. You know what I'm saying? Or what kind of gun they looking for. It's 13, 14-year-olds already know, how to shoot a AR-15 and how to lock and load it and how to, cock it and all that old type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of stuff going on that we don't even understand. Yeah.
So are you creating boundaries? So are you creating boundaries of you being a parent and there being the children, them being the children? Are you setting these boundaries?
Yeah.
I tell you how to rock and roll. We can compromise here, but are you still the child and I'm the parent type of thing?
Yeah. I remember when my child moved in with me, and I remember when she first was trying to challenge me, was like, because I told her to do something, like, I'm going back, stay with my mom. I'm like, what? Man, if you don't sit your tail down, you know what I'm saying? Like, kids was actually like, in a way, I think when moms and dads don't stay in the same house, I think they kind of play both sides.
Yeah.
They get around the dad and then they want to puff and puff at daddy because they feel like they can call mama, and then mama take
Come
them
and save me. Uh-huh.
in the house. So I just think a lot of things, men dealing with their children, a lot of stuff got taken because women often, believed the children, often thought the children was, like, even now, every time I turn around, I hear kids like, even I watched a couple videos, and soon as they was, um, a parent then got to the point that a man can't discipline a child no more.
I think the men discipline children better than the female.
No, I'm saying, but he can't. It's children are raised so soft now that it's hard to discipline a child because it can easily because I think children know they can easily play the role of you're hurting me too much, or
Yeah, victim.
yeah. And one thing about a parent, a mother or whatever, she don't know. All she know is she want this to stop. So so they just want the man to stop. And then I think just like even back in the day, I think once a woman or a man get into ass whooping mode, I think it's hard for anybody to stop somebody in ass whooping mode. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah.
child done push you so far. Like I'm finna straighten this out. You know what I'm saying? Like we had back then, and they say we gonna straighten this out.
Are you trying to be your child's best friend?
Mm. That's a that's a that's a wrong one for real.
That's a real one. Like, are you?
I think
That be the problem. I hear parents all the time like, my daughter is my best friend. Why? That's that
you know why?
boundary.
You know why? You know why?
I'm listening.
Because mama ain't got no friends. If your child, if you say your child your best friend, that means you couldn't get along with damn woman growing up. Think about it though. Ain't that right though?
Pretty much. That you can find nobody close to your age to become friends with.
Right.
You have to show yourself friendly, you
Yeah.
know?
And I mean, and I don't think women look at it like that. Like sometimes, like when you saying that your child is your best friend, that means you couldn't find one woman out of billions of people on this earth
Not one woman or man.
that you can call your best friend, and other than your child that you had. Okay,
Something ain't
what
right.
child won't be their mama's friend if they got to, basically?
I would not be best friends with my
I
child.
can see your mama now. You ain't my friend. Ain't we best friend? No. Riri down the street, my best friend, mom. Then she like, Ma, you too old to be my
Yeah.
best friend. See, a child with a lot of sense. Oh, that'll tell one of them, one of them up. Mama, you my mom. You ain't my best
Look, it was the growl for me. What you say she do?
Read that.
Ruben said, a real parent don't compromise. We were raised old fashioned. You had to say yes, ma'am, or yes, sir. And if you disrespect, it was consequences. Back in the day, if you got done wrong at school, the teacher would paddle you, then call home, and your parents would come to school and do the same.
Right.
The teachers and parents work together.
I'm gonna tell you another thing. Just putting on that thing there. I remember some days getting 4, 5 whoopings in one day. I remember going to school getting whooping in first grade, all the time. By the time it hit gym period, I got a whooping, and then I remember one teacher used to. I think she didn't like me. She used to always send me to the principal office, and he used to give me 3 licks. Then he called my mama when I got home. She ready to give me some licks. Then if I go down the street and play, sometime the neighbor down the street, she give me some licks. So I was licked out. You know what I'm saying?
So it
Like
had nothing to do with you. It was
I lost,
everybody else.
I lost. Look, I gained some booty and lost some booty in them years. They swole it up and then took it back away. Okay, my bad.
Man, you a whole nut. Did you hear me?
I love you.
This man said he gained some booty and lost it. Oh Lord. So do you teach your child to cook, clean, and save money?
Yeah, I tried to do all that.
You tried to teach your child to cook, clean, and save money?
I
You know how to cook? Like cook, clean.
Yeah, but I don't think I taught my child how to cook. I taught her how to like cook like little vegetables, get little vegetables, throw little stuff in there, boil some vegetables and all that. But I didn't get into the cooking thing, but I did teach her about money, and I taught her about cleaning, exercising, stuff like that. I used to take my child exercising. I had my child doing push-ups, and my girl child doing push-ups. Just so, did you teach your child how to cook, clean, and save money?
I've tried my very best. Mhm. I know two of them he got down packed, but saving money, I don't know. I don't know. He don't need to lie about it. I
Yeah.
don't know. I just wonder. I hope he good.
What you got on this?
I'm sorry, say it again. I'm saying, okay. Are we running our own children the wrong way on purpose because we have given up? I sure hope not.
But don't, ain't there's a thought? I think sometimes, and I'm gonna tell you this. Sometimes when I see, you know, a child walking past paper, not picking up paper, not cleaning up, what I'm saying, just being messy. Because I'm gonna tell you this. I done sit there and seen grown children that a mama, all she would have to say is clean up their yard. And she'll let 2, 3, 4 children sit out there and never clean up the yard, throw paper all down, this and that. And then wonder why they, just sitting on the phone and really not paying attention to her. Like, they might do the little basic things she say here and there, but basically they don't really care what she say.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And she don't even see that because she didn't start early enough trying to, drilling into them.
Right.
That's when you create a monster like that little monster child on that wall back there.
I know I don't want one of those. Because I am a grandmother, right? So I try and instill in my grandson. I've seen him one time, he took some paper off of something, he dropped it. And he looked at me. So he knew better. I said, pick it up. He picked it up and put it in the garbage. So kids will try you.
Yeah.
He tried to drop that paper to see if I would say anything.
Yeah.
Don't pick it up.
See and that's what I'm saying. Like when I see their parents can't even just tell their kids, it's just little stuff like pick up, clean up.
Yeah. I didn't put it down there. I can't stand it. It doesn't matter.
Right.
You see it down there, pick it up.
Don't wash dish. Go wash dish. It ain't my day.
I didn't
No,
eat.
it ain't my day. And all that type of stuff, man.
It's no day. It's
every
all
day can be your day.
Right.
Every day.
You live here.
Look. Joker tell me the day ain't your day. You know what? You know what? The rest of this month is your day, okay? It don't matter who put a dish in there. You in charge of washing it, or we gonna watch you get your ass whooped. Okay.
That part. Have the threats in what we're gonna do destroy your children's confidence in you? You say, you keep on, I'm gonna whoop your butt. So they feel like, oh, that's what mama gonna say. She's gonna keep saying, if you keep on, I'm gonna whip your butt. But if you never put it into action, you just talk about it. Kids take that confidence in what you're saying. It's just like paper in the wind.
Yeah.
What you got to say? You good on that?
Yeah, pretty good on that. Go ahead.
So you have to honor the kids' mistakes and appreciate their success to let them grow independent, or they will just fail. So when they make mistakes, you have to honor and know kids can make mistakes like adults can. When they succeed at something, you appreciate it. You don't have to always give them glory for doing something good. Like kids say, oh, I went to school and I didn't get in trouble and I made good grades. That's what you're supposed to do. Just like a man being a child's father. Let me give praise to my child's father for getting up, going to work, and taking care of his. That's what you're supposed to do. So things you're supposed to do doesn't need praise or accolades. Right. You just go ahead and succeed so you won't fail at it. I think the child emulates their teaching they received at home. I was taught in an early age to always open the door for a woman and never put your hands on a woman. Okay.
I think that's the same. I think we get taught certain ways at home, but then I think at the same time we can be taught that kind of stuff and And I think sometimes the streets can change us into a different person. People we're around can change us into a different person. Because I don't think any man was taught to jump on women by their mama. You know what I'm saying? I don't think any man was, but it's something in them that reacts to maybe the threat of a woman challenging him or something, or something that's dominating about his spirit or something that he want total control or something. You know, that's what I was talking about earlier about how we watch and we groom a child all our life, and the mama do everything the child want and all that, and then when he get old and he want to do the same thing, and we start trying to play like something wrong with him now because
Mm-hmm.
he been controlling all his life. He been telling you when he want his haircut. He been telling you what he want to eat today. Yeah, he been telling you a whole lot of stuff, you know.
Because you give them those options.
Right. He'll tell you I ain't have no homework today. I remember I could tell mom, she'd be like, hey, pass me your papers. She
Right.
your papers every
Go
day.
through the book anyway.
I ain't listening to nothing you saying. You know
And
what I'm saying?
go read the book anyway.
Yeah, I got a A
No
in
homework good. They give you extra time for reading. Go do it.
right. That part. And I think we think sometimes that our kids are too honest. And I don't think kids are honest at all when it comes down to certain things like that. And they're just being real about that. Boom.
Bottom line. So is America us changing from a free land to a new land that we won't recognize?
Huh.
It's gonna be a broke land. We already disconnected from countries,
I don't think.
and we in the red. So I'm trying to see.
Yeah, I think it's getting to the point that he said when they see.
See, daddy hitting mama subliminally. He picks up that trait. And I
Mm,
can believe that.
I have to disagree. I think every man something goes different in their mind is according on how they're mental too. Because I think just like I put it this way, just like dog breeds, I think you can be bred different. You know what I'm saying? I think the person that shot you up, this and that, you can be bred a little different. You can still have his genetics, but you can be bred different because
Mhm.
you crossbreed. See, you're not pure your daddy no more. You daddy and your mama. So maybe your mama side dominates some, and maybe your daddy side dominates some. And I think what you don't realize is you got some men that watch their mama hit, their daddy hit their mama, and they ain't never putting their hands on a woman. So you
Yeah.
can't say, and then you got other men that make that as an excuse. I seen my daddy hit my mama. That what made me do this and this and this.
I'm acting like that because
Right.
of the
So
same.
I think it can be on both sides. It can be different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I understand what he's saying though. He's traumatizing to thinking it's okay. Like it's okay to hit a woman.
No,
Okay.
I that's what I'm saying, but I don't think every. That's what I'm saying.
Well, we're not saying every. We just
No,
saying the
I'm not.
average
Not,
basis.
I ain't gonna even say most. I'm gonna say like, uh, uh like is men and his boys out there that done seen. I remember watching DMX movie with him and his mama and him. His mama was named Etna, and it kind of what's name because my mama named Etna, and I was watching. He had Etna tattooed across his chest,
Hmm.
and he found out that his daddy was DMX. but he always wanted to do something to him because he knew DMX when he was young. He knew that his dad is the one that killed his mom.
Oh wow.
So he ain't seen his dad in all this time. His dad had moved away, this and that, had got on the run, gone and lived a different life for 10, 15 years, whatever, till he got grown. You know what I'm saying? And when he
Mm,
caught up with him and this and that, I forgot the movie name, but DMX was kind of like a pimp or something like that, you know, and you know, the dude killed DMX. I'm trying to think. That boy played. He played in a movie where he was like a chef for cooking on a food truck or something. I think it was in The Best Man or one of them.
oh yeah. Think Like a Man.
Thing like a man, yeah. That dude, yeah. So
What's his name? It wasn't Terrence, but I know you're talking about.
yeah, it wasn't Terrence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah. So he played a very good role in that movie,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to think of it. I just can't think of the movie. I guess if you
That's
find it,
it. Where he had the food truck. Think Like a Man.
I don't know.
Taraji P. Henson was like his boo or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever that dude name is, him, and he was in the movie with DMX. I cannot think of the name, but DMX was a pimp in the movie. Now LaRuben know everything. I'm waiting on LaRuben to just
His
tell me
name
that.
was Michael Ealy.
Mikey Ely, and now put Michael Ely and DMX movie together. I think it was called King or something. It's like it's coming to me, but I can't. But if you was name, it's
Never
like,
Die Alone.
huh?
Never Die Alone.
Yeah, that what it was. Never die alone.
Yeah, that's it.
You see,
Yeah.
DMX had a old fancy car, red car or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Never Die Alone. That's a great movie. That's a great watch.
Hmm.
And yeah, you should watch that. That's a great watch. And it was a good movie, man. And it just let me know, every man don't feel like that.
He had like an old school Cutlass looking car.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And every man don't want.
Called the Black Hawk.
Yeah, yep, yeah. It was like every man don't want no, like LeBron James. LeBron James never did meet his daddy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He never met his daddy at a young age. He don't have a relationship with his daddy now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a lot of NBA players when you see them going to the league, they don't have no relationship with their daddy and stuff like that. You see stepdaddies in the picture. You see, mamas, just the mama, this and that, and they shots out to my mama. If it wasn't for my mama,
I
you know
will
what I'm
be.
saying? I wouldn't be here and this and that. And that's because sometimes, they have a lot of resentment how they daddy might have treated their mama.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a dangerous thing, for a child. That's why I say, because I know people who don't touch alcohol because they know people that drink. Like 50 Cent don't drink alcohol. You know what I'm saying? And he said the same reason. He don't do no alcohol, no drugs. It's the same reason because he's seen it. He said he's seen people drinking alcohol, when he came up and it just wasn't good. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He just seen people just not be
The
themselves.
outcomes from it.
Yeah, because I remember one time he just drunk some champagne online and he had like a glass or two. He was already halfway drunk and he just didn't drink after that. I mean, it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And some of them, even them selling their own whiskey and wine and stuff like that, they don't drink. Just
Yeah.
like Yo Gotti don't drink. You know what I'm saying? People don't even know, sometimes stuff like that. Gucci Man don't drink. So it's a lot of stuff that a joker put out there and they'll put it out there for the world, but they
Yeah.
won't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's a
Like
lot of
LeBron's when he doing the Sprite commercial.
right. He don't drink smart.
Right.
Right. And especially if it ain't, he might get away with sipping on the Sprite Zero.
Mm-hmm.
But a regular Sprite, no. A regular Gatorade, no. They know they got some special stuff in there before they even let him taste the chips. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because especially them chips, man, that man ain't every time he be like, cut. Man, you know I ain't eating this chip. But yeah, man, I just feel like it be like that. And I just feel like this is a nice show. I mean, I knew it wasn't gonna get the traction most shows get, but I just think I'm very proud of shows like this because you get to speak some real truth, this and that. And then next week we'll get back to some funny stuff, this and that, because like I say, a lot of people don't want to hear the real. You know what I'm saying? You can talk, you can talk to BS, this and that, and blah blah blah. I mess around and have a cheating on somebody show them next week.
Everybody gonna show up. I
Everybody
want to know if it's them.
gonna sorry ass, no good nigga. I knew he wasn't shit when you been with him 22 years though. You be listening to people and you be like, well, really? I mean, when did you not know he wasn't shit? I mean, like, really? So um, I just think we got to get back to pouring some good stuff into the kids. I think.
Yeah.
Saying,
I agree.
read this one here.
The room said, if you don't, you know, if we don't.
We don't unite as
We don't unite as people and totally change our thinking, game over. I think we must focus on the house and collectively build our community back. It's time for us to go back to the old way and no, and if we get mad at one another, agree to disagree. I think we all have forces and bones in our closets, but we must own them. I think especially older brothers must teach other brothers the game of life.
and I agree with everything you just said.
Yep.
Because I was looking at a thing the other day. Well, it was on TikTok. I put it up. I was like, the man was like, you know, youngsters with now list the other youngsters that are running around talking about, oh, I killed this person and this and that. And then you can look at an OG that been here around here a long time, that got gray hair, that can show you how to get old, how to have some when you get old. And you won't listen to him, but you'll listen to this dumb dude over here. They're talking about I murked me a motherfucker and this and that and that. And he ain't even planning on living 3 more years. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember being that young cat that was wide open, that didn't see. Once I got to 23, I kind of changed my life a little bit and said, ooh, I might live a little while. So, I mean, I don't think a lot of people prepare for that. Like I remember when, I don't think I was never like a Tupac or Biggie or stuff like that. I used to see how some people can talk upon their death.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, like, you can start talking about when I died and all that stuff. And that's something I always stayed away from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to live to 150. I don't want to be a young doofus or something. I want to learn, live, and learn some more so I can live some more. I told my dad, I don't know if it was day or yesterday. I said, yep, I need to hang out with you for a couple weeks so I can eat exactly what you eat and do exactly what you do for a whole so I can run around here at 75 too. He said, I done got it perfected down, son.
He said what?
I done got it perfected down.
Okay.
He was like, come on. Whenever you ready.
That's what's up.
Mhm. Well, that's all I got for you.
Okay.
That's all I got for you.
Well, I take it. I take it well.
So, nice show. Don't forget to like and share. I know
And
it's a hard
subscribe.
one. It's a hard one because this is a bitter pill show. It's a bitter
The
pill.
bitter pill on a petty
I
Thursday.
know when people was thinking about their children, they were like, I ain't talking about my
Jody, Jojo Jr. is good enough for me.
damn. They're like, I'm not talking about my children. Oh, go ahead.
Hey, show bro, and tell them bros OG don't stand for original gangster. It stands for of God, a man that truly have lived, and we give our knowledge back. Okay, I can feel that, LaRuben.
Okay, okay,
Okay, of God.
okay,
God place y'all little OGs here for a reason, so okay, of God. We'll go with that.
okay.
LaRuben on that good stuff tonight. Thank you, LaRuben. Because I
Can I,
don't know who was here last
can
night.
I, can I be an OG, original gangster of God?
Wrong with you?
They will always figure out a way to make that thing better, don't it?
Sprinkle
Hey,
your salt. Add some more to
how
it.
they do it? How they do it? Sprinkle
Uh-huh.
that salt on them.
Sprinkle some more salt
Hey,
to
hold on.
it.
I had to spray that stuff in the air.
Put it in the atmosphere. Hootie sis last night. Oh, okay, Hootie. Okay.
What he say? He was hootie.
He was
He
Hootie last night. But I'm glad to see you tonight, LaRue.
was,
I
he a
hope that wife
OG.
there got you on your
Look,
best behavior.
he a OG tonight. Original gangster of
Okay,
all.
that part. Shout out
Ah,
to
look out
LaRue.
now. I done came up with a new one now. I got to put that out in the world. Where I'm signing on. This is coming up. What's today's date? 25th.
25th, 25th.
25th of July. I have accepted the terms of OG, and that's the original gangster of God. The- hey, I'm gonna be the shirts will be coming out soon. Put that on my ticket. I need some shirts, Miss Bella.
Okay. Okay, OG. You know what? Your auntie called you that. She always say OG.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
So you've been missing
I
out.
just thought about that too. She was like, "Hey, OG,
OG.
hey."
Double call you.
So when he said it, it was just when he said it, not this and not that. Why I can't be both? Why I can't be both?
You so extra. You
Okay.
need it. You need it with your pudding. Yeah, you need it, Mister.
That's a good one. That's a good one, Hootie. I appreciate that, and you know we're gonna run with that one. I'm gonna have to make me a shirt. Um, Kim, you got to put that on my docket, and I need a shirt. Oh,
Kim. What's her
oh,
name? Kimberly who?
batch.
Okay, now he's talking to you. You know your name, right? That's what he need. Work on it.
Oh, okay. He said for Ferris Street.
His
Come.
daughter first performance is August the 4th on Farris Street. Come.
Oh, okay. They
Okay.
having some on the 4th.
It's the first Friday.
Oh, okay.
Baby, it's Leo season. It's turn up all week that week.
I I put that on my look there, put that on my docket too. I'm gonna have to do
Look, Mr. Know It All.
uh,
Before we go, I like that shirt that you represent in this great month of Leo Pride.
Yeah.
Man, you brought out the Leo shirt. That's what's up. That's what I'm talking
The
about.
Leo stuff, them lines. You see that line stuff?
Man, that caught my attention. I like that.
Leo seasoning stuff. Yeah. Okay.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, that part.
That's it.
All righty then. Like you said, that's his daughter's name, and she will be
Niger Anderson.
born
Okay, shout out to
on
Niger.
the 4th of August on
You
Barack
better reach out to him to tell him exactly where to go because First Friday be lit.
on Barack Obama's birthday.
That part, the day after yours and the day before mine.
Right, that part. All right, well, we'll see y'all next week.
Yes,
Monday
next
and
Monday and
Tuesday at 9 o'clock. Get the party started and things. I don't know. All right. We'll see y'all next
week.
And
Good night, everybody.
And a pair of yep.
And a pear tree.
Yep.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.
Got him! Got him!
Bye, Felicia.
Y'all fancy.
Well, we'll see y'all later. We'll see you next week.
Next.
See y'all next week. All that good stuff.